How much do you know about predicting football games? Well, do you think your team may win this year? It's difficult to say. If you want to predict a football game, you can watch the games and follow them for the entire year and see which teams are winning and which teams are losing, and then you might be able to know when your team will win. Today we are going to study may and might in English. May and might are known as modal verbs. Modal verbs are used to talk about certain situations that have to do with probability. Probability or certainty. We use may and might when we want to talk about probability. It's to say when we want to talk about something being uncertain. It means it could go good or it could go bad. We just don't know. Let's look at some examples of when we use may and might in English. We use may when we want to say, oh, my football team may win the championship this year. This is an example of using may to show probability. It's when we don't know if it will happen or not. We're not sure. Maybe. May is like maybe. Maybe they could win, or maybe they won't win. We don't know, so we use the word may. Let's look at another example of how we use the word might. This year, the football team might play against the other teams in other countries. This depends on if they win or not. When we say depends, it means we need them to win in order for them to play against other teams. So it's a possibility. It's not certain. In this sentence, we use might to say it's possible that the football team could play against other teams in other countries, but we're not sure. It's not certain. Let's look at some examples of how to use may and might. My favorite player may sign a contract to play football in England. This is not a known situation. We're not sure, but it could happen, so we use the word may. My cousin might play football in grade 12 next year if he is accepted on the team. So as you can see from these examples, we use may and might when we want to talk about things that are possibilities. They're not certain and they depend on other situations. So we can use may play, might play, and different verbs with may and might. So if you remember, may and might are modal verbs, and they talk about probability and uncertainty. So next time you want to talk with your friends about whether something may or might happen, you can use the modal verbs. Feel free to comment on this video if it's been helpful to you, and good luck with your English.